we are very much focused on vertical specific applications. And what that means is basically we're looking for founders that have deep domain expertise. This could be in any industry category, from legal to accounting to advertising to agriculture, or it could be a specific business function from HR to R&D or sales and marketing. We need an entrepreneur that knows the domain so well enough that they can see the opportunities and also have the capability to recruit a technical co-founder that can leverage the cutting-edge developments in AI and data science. And we'd like to see that combination of both deep domain expertise and technical experience and expertise.
And what is the opportunity set that you find in Asia? Because AI as a theme is so well talked about, so well covered in the US.
Yeah, I think, again, it's no secret that Asia has traditionally been a leader in many categories, especially around the consumer side. Now, on the enterprise adoption for AI, I think it's still difficult to imagine too many AI companies coming out of Asia to challenge the dominance that some of the US technology companies are building. But whether it's various mobile applications or gaming, entertainment applications, Asia has always come up with some massively popular consumer applications. For example, let's say an AI companion, right? A chat app that effectively becomes, yes, a companion that you can interact with. And I can see those opportunities emerging rapidly. And Asia, I think, because of the experience and the population and the popularity of these mobile apps, can be quite successful.
Okay, two risk factors. What about the AI hype? Despite big numbers, the potential of monetization of these AI businesses on the demand side, that's one. And secondly, the fact that if NVIDIA is getting so much of the business, would the big names dominate the AI story going forward?
You know, it's a really good question. I think I'll start with the second question first. NVIDIA has clearly built a huge lead in terms of being at the core of providing their GPU technology across the entire ecosystem. And that's why they're so valuable, and that's why everybody's trying to catch up. There are efforts, as you know, by the hyperscalers to actually build their own chips. So whether it's Google or Meta, Amazon, they're all working on their products because it's just massively expensive. Now, my expectation is there will be niches that are carved out, whether it's by hyperscalers or certain startups, but NVIDIA's dominance is hard to, I think, challenge for the next couple of decades, the same way that Intel's dominance in microprocessors were hard to channel. Qualcomm's dominance on modem chips in the mobile side, because they've built this ecosystem and made it extremely sticky, not just on the chip side, but on the programming platforms and the entire supply chain. So I think that's going to be an opportunity. On the risk side, there is clearly a lot of hype. And quite frankly, I think people in the industry recognize that some of the crazy valuations that you're reading about. Just this morning, I saw a report that one of OpenAI's largest competitors, Anthropic, is actually raising capital at a $30 to $40 billion valuation, which is double of what they raised earlier this year.
Yeah.
And the reality is, this value that they're creating is, of course, they're making progress with customers and revenue, but a lot of the valuation is actually driven by the amount of capital required to train their next generation models, right? And so because they have to raise so much money so rapidly to create the next generation models and whatnot, they have to raise money, and because they don't want to get diluted substantially, the valuation continues to creep. So the big question is, how much of this valuation increase is driven by actual value creation versus the capital requirements? And I think it's actually a little bit of both.